is talking about.
What's up, family? Just a few days ago, I told you that Steve Harvey's days were numbered on that television show. You see, Steve fixed his mouth to get a little fly, talking about how rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That in and of itself was not too bad. But you know the old saying, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. He was looking down on poor people. That's the way he came off. And now Steve has revealed to us why he really don't get any sleep. You see, Steve's show has been canceled. Yeah, the show just simply titled Steve is no more. He filmed his last episode this week. They'll be running reruns throughout June. He got a nice little smooch from his wife before the last show was filmed, and he looked a little distraught, sad, humiliated. He got beside himself. Remember when he said, this is how he was saying, he was talking. He was like, yeah, rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. They're out there making decisions. The stock market opens up at 7 o'clock in the morning. They're out there making decisions about your life while your ass in the bed. See, he got a little too fly with the audience. It was his time. It was time. They was ready to get rid of his ass. He got a little bit too comfortable. You see, back in 2017, when he left Chicago to do the show in LA, they switched the name up. It used to be called Steve Harvey Show in Chicago, then they started calling it the Steve Show. They switched the tone up a little bit too. Now this is a show that was already successful, highly successful. And they just shut it down for him to make a move to LA. And they gave him more power, made him the executive producer and all of this type of stuff. He got more money. But I do believe it was all a setup, because you just don't disturb a good thing. It's very hard to get hit shows on any level. A hit movie, a hit show, a hit record, a hit anything. It's hard. And when you get one and you dismantle it so that you can move to another city, hey man, that's just not consistent with winning. It don't happen a lot. It happens, but usually when you break up that chemistry, he even broke his staff up. So you break up the chemistry, then typically it's the beginning of the end. Happens like that in the music industry too. You get an artist who has a good streak, good winning streak with a particular producer, and that artist distances himself or herself from that producer. Next thing you know, bam, music sounds like trash. That happens more often than not. So here's the very, very interesting part about this story. Steve Harvey Show, well, the Steve Show, was actually a hit. It had good ratings. I don't know who the hell would watch it, but apparently enough people were watching it for it to be rated like the number 5 talk show. Unbelievable to me, because for him to have a talk show and don't know how to talk, it's just hard to believe. And for somebody that have been married for so many times and to be doling out relationship advice like he's some type of expert, preying on women. I think that a lot of women are just unsuspecting of this dude, and they just, they just want to hear about somebody say the right words, or just hear somebody. They want somebody to agree with them. And here come Doofus Steve. He'll agree. Anything to get that paycheck. Remember what he told Monique? See, boy, say he'll sell his soul. Talk about giving up his dignity. He gave up a lot to get to that bag. I can't even understand why he would have one fan whatsoever. I know a lot of his fans are suckers and lames and, people that just ain't no good. But there are a lot of people out there that are his fans that are just unsuspecting, and I do believe that they are good people, and they mean well, and they're just searching for information, and they think he got it, which he don't. He'll just say anything to get over, and don't let him start crying. Oh, his ass know how to cry. I have no idea why this dude is as famous as he. I just don't. Well, I know he do a lot of selling out. And he got a little talent. He do a little jokey joke, a little corny 1960s type joking. He can do that. He all right with that. But he ain't never been one of my favorite comedians. Never. He ain't never been at the top. He ain't never been toward the top. In my book, I can name at least 100 comedians off the rip that's way better than dude, including a lot of the Instagram and YouTube comedians. Okay, he parlayed what he had into some success and got to the bag, all that. That's cool, whatever. But he's still a sucker. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?